I don't know why, but it's like my thing's off balance today. Hello, hi everybody. Oh my goodness, my friends are here. Here, my light's kind of weird. Yay, thanks for the hearts. Hi everyone. Hi. Hey Eliana, how are you? Oh my goodness, hi friend. How are you? Look at everybody's here. Yay, okay. So I'll just go ahead and get started. Hello, missed me, yay. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Yeah, it has been crazy town over here, and I am just literally treading water at this point. Well, of course, I just had a few days off, so that was really fun. But had a good time with the family and all of that. I hope you guys did too. How was your Thanksgiving? When is this Periscope conference? Yeah, there's another one. Yes, and I'm going. Yay, yeah, I'm going. It's in San Francisco. It's the Periscope Summit in San Francisco. It is January, I want to say the 13th or 14th, something like that. I'm going to be staying with my mother-in-law because she lives there. So it's an easy trip for me. It's honestly just like a hop, skip, and a jump across California to get there. So it's a no-brainer, and it was super cheap. So I was like, yep, I'm going. But yeah, so I'm excited. And then right after that, I'm speaking at Alt about Periscope. Yay, so excited. I'm going to be in there in like a week while in Tahoe. Yeah, love Tahoe. So it's going to be probably cold there, honestly. It's probably snowing, right? Is it snowing in Tahoe? My mother-in-law says it's freezing up north right now. So anyways, yay, thanks for all the hearts, everybody. So cool. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about pitching to speak at conferences because I've like it's on my mind right now. I applied to speak at a couple last week and today. Actually, I did one today, and I'm just kind of planning my schedule out for 2016, and I've actually spoke about this before. Yay, Kristen. Yeah, Kristen, you'd be good at some conferences, so you need to start doing this. You pitch, you mean you aren't always asked? No, I'm not. I'm not used. I don't think I've been asked maybe a few times, but for the most part, I usually pitch because I want to go to certain ones. So I kind of pitch because usually it just makes it a little bit easier too. But I have been asked in the past. How dare they not ask? You guys are funny. Yeah, totally. And I think honestly, Periscope's a really great way to get there. People have been asking because of Periscope, so I think it's a good platform to start. Anyways, today you guys are making me laugh. Okay, so I spoke about this topic before, and if you guys want to check out my Catch account, I have another version of this. But this one, hey Whitney, how are you? This one is a little bit different. So I want you to shift your perspective on this and shift your mindset on this, because I think a lot of times when you are pitching to speak, you're really often thinking about yourself. And of course, it's just this way, obviously, with all of us, right? We all kind of are always thinking about from our perspective. But honestly, the best way that you're going to pitch to somebody is if you are thinking about it from their perspective. And so what I'm actually going to do today is look at it from their perspective, and hopefully this will give you an insight. I have a lot of friends that do conferences, and so I see their perspective. So I'm not just making this up, but I know their perspective matters because they're the ones choosing. So if you can get in their mindset, just like if you were to get in your ideal client mindset, if you can get in the mindset of the person picking, then that's going to give you like a leg up and honestly gonna make their lives easier, your life easier, all of it, right? So I want to go through 3 things that they're thinking about when they're picking. And of course this is like obviously general. They could be picking on whatever reasons, but these are the ones that I've heard most often when I've actually talked to people behind the scenes. And so the first thing that they're thinking about, number 1, is are you relevant to their audience? Because this is really important, you guys, to think about. And this is something that you should not actually even really be pitching to places that you aren't relevant to their audience, because it's not going to help you either. It's helping no one, right? Are you relevant to their audience specifically? So the people that they're looking for. So you want to know their community. You want to know who they're, who's attending, who they want to attend, kind of like, yeah, if not, go home. Exactly. Wasting everybody's time, honestly. So are you relevant to their audience? Are you going to be helpful to their audience? Are you teaching something that their audience really needs to know? Do you speak the same language as their audience? Do you, like some people, I know this, at Napster Nicole, she kind of talks about how people love cussing and stuff nowadays. And some audiences don't love cussing. So like, are you in the right audience, right? If you're a type of person that cusses when you talk, or curses or whatever, does your audience like hearing people cussing? That's just an example, right, of something. Are you speaking the same language? Like, do you guys get each other? And so they are number one thinking, they're protecting their audience. And of course, anytime someone runs an event, they're thinking about their audience and how helpful could you be? Are you in the same circles? Do you have something that'll be helpful to them specifically? And also, of course, like, you got to be thinking about, is that audience going to hire me? Or like, what are you getting out of that? So number one they're thinking about is, are you relevant to their audience? So really, really keep that in your mind when you're going to pitch to speak somewhere, is if you literally really are relevant. If you're not, don't even bother. But if you are, you need to think about why you're relevant and explain that to them, because they need to know that if they don't already know you. And number two, and this is kind of sad, I feel like, in a way, but it's reality, so we got to talk about it, is number two they're thinking about, and this might even be above number one, is, can you sell seats, right? Like, people pick speakers not because they're really knowledgeable or amazing or whatever. I mean, that's reasons, but like, one of the top reasons, and something they're really always thinking about, is, can you put butts in their seats? Because that is their ultimate goal, is to sell seats, right? They want people coming. And you don't necessarily have to do this through popularity. I've seen people that are super popular but that aren't that great speaking, and so they this is truth. I know it's like sad, but it's true, I'm telling you. But popularity doesn't always win out, right? If you can actually help people and you know what you're talking about, and you can walk them through the process, and you really, really can help them, that will get butts in the seats too. And other things that would get butts in the seats are having really good a really good topic, something that really people want to know about, or something that no one's teaching, maybe like pulling back that veil or that curtain of something that people are really interested in, right? So like, that could be a really compelling topic too. That's going to get butts in the seats too. I feel like sometimes speakers are chosen more for popularity. Yeah, and honestly, I'll say that that's kind of the mark of someone not super new. I mean, that is super new at doing events. A good balance of both expertise and sales, for sure. It's always in the back of my mind, not gonna lie. Yeah, exactly. You really want people that are gonna bring in seats, honestly. And I think that you're totally right, what you said about the popularity thing. It's not like, some people do just pick on popularity, but what the problem is, that's not gonna be your event won't be very long, right? It won't last very long if people aren't getting really good content, right? Seen some, thought, not what I thought that would be. Yeah, exactly. So it's important to have both. It's important to be helpful, have action items, have them walk away with something, and not just necessarily that. I value expertise and connection overall. Yeah. Both is key, totally. So that's the number two, is, can you sell seats? And either that is through popularity or through having really good content and providing a ton of value, right? Like, really knowing what you're talking about and helping people in ways that they really need help. So I think it can be kind of both. And number three, this is also, like, I feel like very controversial. Sorry guys, I feel like I'm getting controversial with these, but this is what they're thinking, right? Like, I didn't make this up. Number three, are you going to be easy and fun to work with? So, and maybe this is a little bit more like in smaller conferences, but I've just seen this. It's awesome. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys aren't like judging me for this. But are you going to be easy and fun to work with? Because nobody loves a diva. I'm sorry. Like, you could be the most popular person on the planet and be really smart, but if you're going to show up and be like a diva and not helpful and not actually help the attendees, if you're just going to like walk in and walk out, like, I've seen a lot of, speakers that are big names or whatever, and they don't even talk to the people, right? And people come to see them. People come to see you. So if you're not going to be helpful, if you're just going to be super diva and not be easy to get along with, if you're not going to be fun and friendly and totally. Yeah, it's aggravating for the people on the other side, trust me, but it's also aggravating for the people putting on the event, right? Because they want you to be that. You must mingle, be available, totally. No diva attitudes. I'm glad you guys agree with me. But honestly, it's something to think about, right? It's they're looking for that. They're looking for people that are non-divas, right? That are going to be really helpful to the people coming, that they know are going to show up and mentor and be, you guys are making me laugh. But yeah, they're looking for someone that's easy to get along with because it makes their whole job easier, right? When you are being, when you're showing up, you're being attentive, you're helping people, and you're not being, you're no diva mode, that's going to really help them. Their whole event runs smoothly. Because can you imagine? It's like, if you guys, I know we have some wedding planners in here. It's like having like 10 bridezillas, right? If you have a whole lineup of speakers that are just like super diva. Can we add no clicks to this? Yeah, I'd love to. we can add whatever we want, right? Okay, yeah, so what's the best way to connect with those people by attending past events? Do you mean like connecting with, like figuring out who their audience is and stuff like that? I would say, yeah, for sure. I mean, going to an event, actually attending, being an attendee is a huge deal. And I think most people would agree with that when you're attending a conference and then you finally get the idea of the feel and all those things, then coming back and speaking is much easier to do. Connecting with the people who run the show. I would say, honestly, just applying, but keeping all these things in mind. Saying, look, I did my homework. When you take these things seriously, it really, you would be surprised at the people that apply. I mean, honestly, mostly I've seen people apply to my job, and I could tell when people are trying, when people are not trying, and you'd be surprised that people really don't try. Like, and going the extra mile will really help. Yeah, engaging on social media, exactly, emailing them, being prepared, overly prepared, like making their lives really easy. I did another Periscope on this, and I kind of talked more about those things, about like what you can do and to make their lives easier. But honestly, just paying attention, doing your research, giving them really good ideas, getting to know them a little bit better, like softening that, like, because it's almost like dating, right? Like they're vouching for you. So if they come and a speaker's horrible, it comes on them. So they are a little bit worried about that. So you want to like kind of soften that up too if you can as well. But yeah, those are my tips for you. So those are what they're thinking. Number one, are they relevant to their audience? So can they be helpful? Do they speak the same language as the audience that they're going for, like dating? I just mean, like when you don't feel comfortable with someone and you're not sure that they're going to show up and do a good job, it makes it a little bit easier if you can soften that. And then in any way, shape, or form to let them know that you understand and that you'll do a good job. And number two, they're going to think about, can you sell seats? Can you get butts in the seats either through your popularity or through your following? Are you going to actually talk about it? Are you going to share it on social media? Are you going to, get people involved in it and get people to want to buy seats? Or are you just going to be very inactive and just show up? And then number three, are you going to be easy and fun to work with? Are you going to be a diva, or are you going to show up, be involved, pay attention, be really, do you have credibility? Yeah, that's totally true too. So those are my three things for you today. But like I said, if you guys want to watch that other one on my catch, I don't even know where my sign is. I'm so behind right now. It's over here somewhere. But if you go to catch, katch.me/loveinspired, you will see my other one. You have to it was a little while ago. But anyways, those, and invest in being a better speaker. Yeah, totally. I would totally agree with that. It's all about, don't apply to speak unless you are going to take that responsibility heavily. I take the responsibility heavily. I try to get better every single time I do it. Every single time, I don't take anything for granted. I don't take for granted that I know people. Exactly, yeah. I don't assume anyone's ever going to say yes just because we're friends, any of that stuff. Like, I really want to show up. I want to help people. And if I can't help people, then don't invite me. Like, honestly, don't say no. If you don't think that I can really help people, it's a waste of both our times. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of their time, right? It's like threefold. So I only want to be there if I'm going to do a really good job at it. I don't want to do anything, half assed. I can't cuss because I have mommy brain. I always spell out my cuss words. So anyways, so thank you guys so much for that, and I'm glad you guys like this advice. And I have a few people that I know of that are accepting applications right now. I know Inspired Retreat. If you check out Amber Housley, she is taking applications, and also right here, Jennifer, the person that just talked, Stationary Academy. I think you're still taking applications, right? Good, yay. I think the deadline's coming up really quickly, if not. So make sure you guys check those out. But I'm sure there's some more too. If you guys haven't Inspired, yeah, cool. Honestly, yeah, you would be a good fit. Okay, guys. Love you so much. I gotta go too. Gotta run. Deadline tonight. Okay, you guys, hurry. Make sure you're following. Go to stationaryacademy.com, and then I think you have the information there, right, on how to apply, or just follow Jennifer and on Instagram. I'm sure there's some information over there. All right, bye, Eliana. Hey, Kara, I didn't even see you come in. All right, guys, I will see you guys later, and thank you. Oh, and I'm going to be guest scoping tomorrow for Alt. If you guys want to, I'll scope about it more tomorrow. But I'll see you guys later. Thanks. Have a great night. Oh, yeah, just go ahead and watch the replay. Bye, guys.